Welcome back to the channel, and today I want to engineer a tank track based vehicle capable of climbing vertical walls. Not just capable, but like good at it, because this thing was so good at climbing the mountains that I think if I could dial in a system that is actually made for it. You can see this is clearly has its flaws, very much so. This thing looks ridiculous right now, but I think I did not design this suspension system for these tracks. This suspension system was designed for wheels, and I just slapped tracks on it, and it was already amazing. Now, what would happen if I actually tried to design the system for tracks? Could we easily climb just straight up vertical walls like this? I think so, and that is the goal for this video. Now, what I like about this system is I think this front track system right here works really, really well, because we get suspension attached to the tracks that is going to cushion the entire vehicle, but also the whole thing can articulate from this point. The back tracks do not do that, and I think that is a big weakness for this. So I actually want to start with a fresh slate though, because I want to redesign the body as well. And I'm going to, I like the strengths of this servo right here. I think it needs to be tuned in, and I think I need to add controls to it too, so I can maybe consciously like, or maybe there's another set of track. You know what? I got ideas. Let's start off with our obligatory slab. Actually, I don't know if I want to be, do I want to be this wide? How wide was the thing I was just in? I mean, not that wide because of all the piping and stuff I had to add on to it. All right, we'll start with this. All right, I'm going to start by building the initial track system, and it may be slightly different than what you just saw. But we're going to start off with the rotating servo, just like before. Let's bring in the tracks just for a sense of scale here. Is that the center? That looks like the center of the tracks. All right, that's good. So we definitely want this thing to have ground clearance. I think one of the strengths of the tracks when it comes to this purpose is how heavy they are. This is 200 kilograms. So it's really easy to keep a low center of mass and to really keep those tracks down and prevent flipping. All right, we're gonna add suspension on to each track as well. All right, so that should give us suspension and articulation right there. All right, let's go ahead and copy that to the other side. Add a seat on this thing for some weight. All right, now we can see the suspension in action. So now these have to be on a certain strength, but I don't know what that's gonna be yet. I'm gonna set them down to like 25 for now. And then I'm gonna want another set in the back, probably with like a 1 block gap in between. And we just gotta connect them. This is gonna be a long vehicle, but I mean, the last one was the same, essentially the same thing. So I'm gonna add a tank steering module. Oh, steering. Because tank steering by itself, oh, that's not supposed to happen. I don't believe tank steering by itself is going to work. So that is something I gotta figure out with this. I need engines though. All right, now we got some speed, and for tank steering, okay, why I just deleted all the controls from these things. Oh, you know what? That's actually not the servo. That's the weakness of the servos responding. Yeah, they're trying to resist, but the tank steering does cause them, as you can see, does cause them to flex. But we also need the flexion for climbing. All right, but see, now that's a problem too. All right. This is a little ridiculous. All right, we're a little bit too strong right now as far as our power goes, so let's delete some engines here. So yeah, this is a problem. The initial contact is a bit of a problem. There we go. I feel like the strength of the servos is too strong right now, but we can still get up it. But there's a certain aesthetic I'm looking for. I'm dialing the strength down to 10, and man, interesting. This is gonna be difficult. Look at that. That's bad. Oh my goodness. Look. I don't think tank steering works. I gotta figure that out. All right, see now, There we go. That's kind of what I'm looking for there. A little bit. Okay, I might need a bit more of a hybrid system in the back here. I kind of have an idea. Here, let me see what happens if I do add a control into this. So negative will turn up. Positive turns up on this side. And the goal is... Yeah, there we go. Okay. That's kind of working. Interesting. This is already kind of working. I just need to figure out the steering because this is not going to work for steering. I mean, it's not working. It could be working better though. All right. We should probably steer by hinging, like in the middle here, perhaps. All right, but then we have a collision issue with the tracks if I do that. And that is not good. All right, so if we're having a collision issue with the tracks, we just got to move the back tracks back. We got to backtrack a little bit. I mean, is that an issue though? Can we steer any more than that? Let's go to like 35 degrees. And then I feel like in emergency situations, we can use the tank steering, which I want to put the speed down like really low. Man, it still does that. I kind of wish we could control the strength of these like on the fly instead of setting a defined strength. Wait, what about damping? I'm just gonna put that way up. Interesting. That definitely affects things. All right, now if I do this, The damping up doesn't, I don't feel good about it. Damping, wait, did I only do damping on one of them? All right, well, this is all of them now. This is me trying to turn left and turn right. It still does that, which I don't like. I turn the strength up to like 20. It's not as bad, but it still does do that flexing. I mean, that's pretty cool. I think I want to turn the damping back down a little bit. So if I turn the strength down to like 5, then like, come on, just hit the thing. Yeah, there we go. See, whoop, I don't want the bounce there. There we go. See, now that is kind of what I'm looking for aesthetic wise. Is it really contours. The back wheels aren't quite doing it as much, but with the strength that low, then everything else is kind of bad. So what I'm thinking I kind of need is some type of articulation lock, especially when I want to like steer. So I wonder if I can add that in. I feel like that's going to be potentially glitchy, but I also have another idea that I want to deal with this issue right here. Yeah, that. I want to be able to get these tracks up and on the ledge when I approach it. And I'm wondering, I think this could look cool too. We use these. If these are upside down, do they work the way I want them to work? So I put them upside down and then I reverse their direction. Now when it contacts, was that just chance there? Oh, well, now it's actually ruining it. Okay, wow. I didn't expect that. I thought it was gonna, like, lift the nose up. But strangely enough, it is not. And I wonder if that's just because they're upside down. All right, let's flip them this way and then unreverse them. Just make sure that they are rotating. I believe, yeah, they're rotating the right direction. All right, but now let's angle them upwards. Huh. This is interesting. I really thought this would solve the problem. I mean, it solves the initial problem, but it creates a new problem. You know what? These shouldn't be attached to my nose. These should be attached to these. There should be something like this. I think this can work. All right, so you can probably see what I'm going for here now. They are attached to the front tracks. So now when it approaches the wall, it should automatically angle the tracks up. But no. Okay, so now that is not what I was expecting there. Wait, it like has another side effect where it allows the tracks to go inside the wall and then it pushes me out. It's like consistently glitching me into the wall with this system. That's weird. Let me choose a different part of the wall. All right, now we got a shadowy side, which I don't like. Why does it do that now? I swear, it doesn't do that if I remove these tracks, right? All right, so now if I can manage to get onto the wall. There we go. Yeah, see? Oh, I guess it does a little bit. Okay. And this is still feeling real janky. I want it to feel smooth. I'm gonna lower the engine power. All right. And up the strength of these back to like 10. Yeah, we're going too far into the wall. Okay, that time it worked. All right, now the front or the back one. Okay, we're bottoming out. That is a problem that wasn't happening before. But we added that one extra block of distance between them so that we could turn without the tracks interfering with each other. This is turning a lot more complicated than I expected. All right, I upped the strength a little bit, and it does seem to at least work out the bottoming out issue. But it does, I think maybe once I'm heavier, when I have like more substance to the body of this thing, that might help. I definitely need to keep that clearance in the middle though, because that is getting a little close, and these maybe need to be at a steeper angle because they're not reliably catching. Let's go with 45 degrees. That looks good. Oh yeah, that looks real good. Oh, we're just like popping on up here. But yeah, see that middle contact? That's not good. We could potentially raise the middle up where there's a bit of like an arch there to give us somewhat of a strange segmented vibe a little bit. But I feel like that might solve the problem. I may have gone a little bit overboard with it. Let's see. I don't think I went overboard. I think I went board. Didn't go underboard, didn't go overboard. I think this is the perfect board. This is the right amount of board right here. We don't need any more or less board than that. Yep, that is an appropriate amount of board right there. All right, I'm liking how the front of this thing looks kind of cool, giving crab vibes. Now, there's a bigger wall I'm going to tackle than this. This was just the starter wall, but I still got to design the rest of this thing too. I'm just trying to see where we can. All right, yeah, we got a lot of room outside of that area. Okay, we're good. I was thinking how much can I build out here, but it looks like it really only affects it right in this area. So I think we're going to be safe to do some more stuff here. All right, I've been building out a little bit of the body, and I got this weird idea. I kind of like, now I don't really like the aesthetic as much of the links track sticking out of the front. I kind of would like to have them extend out, like they're hidden, and then they extend out when I'm approaching a wall that I need them for, like this. And then they retract when I don't need them anymore. Because they do kind of, I don't know, they kind of look a little weird. But it's going to be complicated, I think, to do this, because it would be nice if they could just extend straight out like this, in line with where they are. But there's this whole suspension connection that is in the way. So I want to figure that out. So let's see. All right, the amount of space is limiting me for sure, because when it's contracted, I want it to fit in between the suspension pieces, and then when it's extended, I want it to extend outside the suspension pieces. But I got it to where it fits in between the suspension pieces when it is contracted, as you can see. But then when I try to extend it, the amount of piston length is not enough to get in front. So that's a problem. Man, this was almost going to be really cool. I guess I could have them... Whoop. I guess I could have them on the outside. But now they attach there. If that... Oh, no. This could work. This could work. This could actually be way easier, too. Yeah, this is honestly a way more elegant solution. It really doesn't look that bad at all. And it works fine. So I think I'm going with that. I tried to way overcomplicate it. All right, so then when we approach the wall, we just do a little bit of this. And then we should have no problem getting up on the wall. And then we can contract them. There we go. All right, that's looking good. Still feeling way too fast right now. I'm gonna have to lower the engine power or add more weight or something. All right, I think this thing might be ready for some serious testing. We've got our approach tracks all programmed up, ready to go. They actually blend in really well. Like, you almost don't even notice them because the wheels kind of match with the other wheels, even though they're smaller. I kind of like that. But I think over here, there's a much bigger wall. Is this bigger? Yeah. Yeah, I think this one's a little bit bigger. All right, let's see if this thing is capable of scaling this vertical wall now. So without the tracks, you can see obviously, or without the extendo tracks, obviously we have some issues. But we activate the extendo tracks, we approach, and look at that. Beautiful. And no problem getting on top of that thing. Then we can retract the tracks. Retract. Get it? The steering is a little bit weird. I do have the option for tank steering, but it does make them do like this thing. I wish there was like a toggle for like the servos that could lock and unlock them. I know there might be like, I mean, I could probably put like a blocker, but I do feel like that's getting into potentially glitchy territory where I'm causing collisions with my own creation and then they might collide through and cause some issues. Let's see how this wall goes. All right. Actually, I'll keep them extended. No problem. No problem at all. Man, what can't they, like, is there, there's got to be there's got to be a taller wall somewhere. I mean, obviously we can't scale a sheer cliff, I'm pretty sure, because gravity, like gravity's got to be a thing at some point, right? But I feel like most things, this thing is going to be able to tackle pretty well. Are there other taller cliffs to go up? Or not cliffs, but like ledges, you know? Like, this is going to be no problem here. Oh, do our back wheels need some assistance? That's fine. Is there anything down here? Just thought I would go check real quick. Am I about to... Thought I was about to land on that wall and drive. All right, what about over here in the starting area? There's got to be a wall here somewhere. Do you think I can go up this ramp? It goes pretty vertical, doesn't it? I probably won't be able to go over the lip of... If it goes vertical, I'm probably just going to fall back. That would make the most sense to me. And it looks like it... Maybe it doesn't go completely vertical. Actually, we might... Oh, do we have the engine? Oh, we don't have the engine power is the thing. You know, I wonder if I put those other two engines back for 4 total. There we go. Original power restored. No problem. Uh-oh. Oh, well, that was game physics. I mean, this wall is obviously too big. I feel like the maximum height, I honestly feel like whatever my height is here, if it's just a little bit less than my maximum height, I could probably do it. Because, like, look at, like, this thing just perches itself up with relatively little issue. And, you know, I kind of wonder if I had the reverse of these on here. Let me just see for symmetry's sake. If I took this, flipped it upside down, and then flip this back this way. Oh, my mirror mode was not on for that. Dang it. All right, so now I press space. Yeah, we get that. And now I'm thinking it's going to help the back tracks go, like, push us up a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like this. Oh, yeah. That looks good. We could totally scale something. If it was, like, I feel like if wherever this pivot point is height-wise, when I'm vertical, if the lip is just below that pivot point, so if it was this tall, like right here, that was the edge, I think we could scale that. I don't know if that height exists though of a wall here. I mean, this one is taller, but it might be too tall still. Let's find out. And also, it's almost too skinny. Look at it try, though. Man, what an effort. What an effort. It's so cool looking. Even in failure, it still looks cool. All right, there's got to be a better wall. Maybe on like another map, there's another wall. Oh, what about this? I feel like this is this taller? Well, let's find out. Yeah, this is no problem. Oh, I may stand corrected. Hold on. Interesting. Okay. Okay. I actually thought this was going to be no problem. This is showing to be a problem. Huh. Go. Oh, I got it now. Oh, this is a problem. This is a problem indeed. It's because of if it was thicker, this wouldn't be a problem. But the fact that it's literally a rail, it can go right in between my tracks. My weak spot. It's my only weakness. Okay, we found the limitations. If this was a ledge, we would totally be able to mantle it, I think. But this is definitely a problem for our middle point there. All right, I'm gonna switch over to another map and see if we can find some larger obstacles that are within our limits. All right, we've definitely got some choices here. I think we can find some stuff here. But first test, can it escape the Carball arena? I feel like this shouldn't be an issue. But I don't know. When the walls get pretty vertical at height, it does become a bit challenging. Okay, yeah, this actually might be an issue. All right, hold on. Oh, man, I just need it to lip over. Let me activate our extendo tracks. This is actually... this is more challenging than I expected. I wonder... So those back tracks are flexing quite a bit. Like, they're bending backwards a bit. Oh, I just needed it to... I just needed the front tracks to just flex over the lip there. So I'm having an issue where I feel like the back track should be stiffer, but the front track should be less stiff. Let's just experiment with one at a time. Let's change the strength down to 10 on these, because I feel like if they can go over, I think the strength is making them stay straighter. I feel like if they can actually bend more and grab the lip, that would be to our benefit. All right, almost. But see, now they're so floppy is the problem. Oh, man. I actually thought this was going to be less of an issue to get out of this arena. But I guess nothing really does get out of this arena unless you have momentum. But I'm trying to do this, like, sans momentum. All right, now I'm going to increase the stiffness of the back ones. Like, more than I should. I do think that is helping. I feel like it's preventing me from flipping back as much. Whoa, I got a weird idea. I got a really weird idea. I'm gonna add a little bit more of a gap in here, but with that gap, I am going to add another hinge, like a flexible, some flexion this way. And these I'm gonna put strength down a lot. Now, let's see if, now I can flex in the middle too, like that, which I'm hoping, I don't know yet. I gotta dial it in, but I'm hoping this could potentially help us bend over the lip. Let's see what happens. Oh man, it's almost there. Well, things are getting interesting for sure, but they're not quite. There's a lot of adjustments I need to make, like obstacle specific adjustments that I don't like with this one. But I don't know if I should keep this or not. I think I might want to strengthen it a little bit. But let's try to find a vertical wall. I think this thing is better on vertical walls than ramps. I think this is too tall. Yeah, if it's taller than it is, then I feel like it's not gonna work. Oh, let's extend our tracks here a little bit. But it's not gonna stop me from trying. Oh my goodness. I think the central body flexing was a mistake. I think it made sense on the ramp, but it does not make sense here. Return back to this form. Thank you. Okay. Yep. There's no way if it's too tall. It should be able to get up this. Is this tall? I think this is taller than the one on Treasure Island. Let's give it a try here. That's no problem. Like, this is easy mode. It looks so good, though. See, my only gripe with it aesthetically is the strength I need to have the rocker system on makes it so that I want the back tracks to just flow with the ground. But you can see when I get here, they start tilting up before the ground does, and I don't like that. It's not preventing us from doing what we're doing. It just makes it look less satisfying, in my opinion. Okay, this one looks interesting. I'm laughing because if we succeed at this, it means we die. Well, let's give this a try. This is actually pretty tall. This one is pretty tall. See, why do my backtracks are just going a little bit too much there? Oh, that's weird. Oh, wow. Look at that. That was good. Okay, it doesn't even want to go in there. All right, hold on. What is our strength up here? Strength 10. What is our strength back here? Strength 11. I kind of, like, was strength, like, let's go 15 on all of them. All right, here we go. I feel like the front ones aren't grabbing the same way. Like, they're letting my nose touch, which I feel like they were not doing before. Well, that was weird. Was that because of the strength getting upped? Let's go strength 20. I really got to figure out if higher or lower is better, because it's feeling like both right now. All right, that feels better. But see, now this feels worse. Higher strength feels better for the approach, but worse for the top out. Lower strength feels better for the top out. And the reason being is, like, it carries my nose up better. But then once we get to the top, the tracks, they don't level out with higher strength. Because if they leveled out right now, it would be pulling a lot more of my weight onto the lip a lot better. So now if I go back down to 10, let's try it at 10. Like, see, now it's bad going up. My nose is catching. I actually can't even go up now. It wasn't having this issue on the other parts, which is interesting. But now when I get to the top, see, that is what I'm looking for right there. And then that just pulls me over. So there's a weird cost benefit of, like, do you want the approach to be better? Or do you want the top out to be better? I could make the nose shorter, I suppose. All right, I shortened the nose by a little bit, so that should theoretically help. It definitely does. Oh yeah, look at that. I like that. The back, the back ones, maybe they also want the tracks to be in the front. So let me delete these and then literally add the same exact thing without rotating it at all. All right, there we go. Ah, what you doing? All right, bring me up. Come on, bring me up. There we go. That does seem a little better, doesn't it? Honestly, the back ones, I think we could do both. Like, what if we do that, and then we mirror. This is the middle. Oh yeah, this could work. This completely works. Okay. I kind of like that. Let's keep that. Okay, cool. All right, we go up. Oh, why are you doing that? And the strength. The strength is a thing. Because, like, right, I feel like right now it should be lifting my nose up more than it is. All right, well, let's keep going and watch. Yeah, see, now the back looks smooth now. I think I like that. Adding the 2 tracks to the back, I think, is cool. Oh, wait, are these not even going the right way? Wait, how has that been working so well? Wait. It's hard to tell what way they're actually rotating, but I think these are backwards. A reverse. Does this feel bad? Have they been going the wrong direction this whole time? Those are going the wrong direction. These ones are going the right direction. Okay, that was probably a factor. This definitely does feel better already. Wow, this feels way better. That's why they were fighting the whole time. Oh, I didn't realize they were reversed. Okay. Whoops. I kind of want to try some of the other obstacles then. Oh, come on. Get over the edge there. There we go. Yeah, that's crazy. That looks crazy. Like, look at the height of this wall compared to me. The fact that I can actually scale this completely vertical wall is pretty insane. I think we may have found the perfect height. I'm pretty sure everything else is like just too tall to be even reasonable. This is an interesting section though. But yeah, this is taller than me. Like, what am I cannot just go up vertically. I need to be able to grab a lip, and the lip is out of reach. So yeah, I think this just happens to be the perfect height. Well, question is though, can I do it backwards? Let's find out here. Oh, there we go. Yep. And just like most things I build, works better backwards. Actually seems to work better backwards. Why did that feel so much better backwards? Like, it seems to be even working, like the contour of the tracks seems to be going better too. Why? Why does that feel so much better in the backwards direction? Like, look what the back tracks do here. Like, what? Why is it better backwards? It must be a weight distribution thing. I'm pretty sure my front is a lot heavier, which I think would help it, like, mantle over the edge. But, yeah, well. Actually, my center of mass is a lot more centered than I expected it to be. I thought with the engines and the seat up here that it would be a lot more towards the front. But those are a pretty small fraction compared to the overall weight added by the tracks. So that doesn't explain too well why it feels so much better backwards. It also could just be the lack of a nose on the back that probably is a contributing factor. Man, even at like a weird angle, still working. All right, if you guys have any other crazy ideas you'd like to see in Trailmakers, let me know down in the comments below. This thing turned out great. And if you enjoyed this video, you'll probably enjoy some more you can find right here on the end screen. Hope this video has earned your subscription. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.